AMG Hobby Talk number 93. We are here, and a prodigal Blair returns. We'll discuss that in a moment. Collected Scallops, Collected People. Steve, how are you?
I am well and thankful we received some rain the other night, so things, although extremely dry, are a touch better today.
Mhm.
It
Indeed, indeed. And after you're done your rain dance, Blair, what do you have to say for yourself? How are you?
that took a lot. Yeah, that took a lot. I had to break out some Swifty moves to get the rain to fall. I'm good.
Oh,
I've
no doubt.
been gallivanting. It's been a busy summer.
Hmm.
Commitments with my daughter have kept me away. So tried. I was close the other morning. I almost made it back, but didn't want to interrupt Steve's flow, so I let it go.
The jokes last week before we hit record were beautiful. It was a chef's kiss. It was fantastic. And also from the pre-show discussion, again included in the Patreon. We don't have a Patreon, but if we did, the pre-show would be included in it. Uh, Now we know there is an '80s connection that Blair will have that we will discuss at a later date because we must
Later date.
discuss it. And it's going to be quite the journey of musical stylings. How we got from there to You God. That's all you need to know is how we got from there to You God is quite the journey that we will have to discuss at a later date. Something to look
Yeah.
forward to. Again, as we approach, as we get closer, I want to get to 450 subscribers. We picked up a few more, so thank you to the folks who have subscribed. Remember to subscribe because we got to get that story of how we got from the musical stylings from the '80s to You God, and we will revisit that in a future episode. Trust that. So real quick, across the bottom in particular, I'm going to put in the scrolling information for the social medias, the Instagram and the website. Those are the hubs that you can get the information for. In the description will also be included more information, and that is the best places if you're not time sensitive and you want to know about pricing and availability. You can reach out directly to the store. If it is more time sensitive, then contact the store directly. That is the fastest way to get the responses. And again, for some of these different products, we can't share online the pricing. But if you reach out to the store, you can get both the pricing and find out how much is available. And that is usually the best way to get that information. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through a couple of the products that are coming in. I'll read through them quickly. A lot of them are restocks in that, so you want to bear that in mind. Again, pricing availability, you can reach out. And then I think the one we're going to feature this week is going to be the Upper Deck Team Canada Juniors Hockey. So it's kind of a specific niche product, but if you are into Team Canada stuff, they've got some nice cards in there. I'll showcase a little bit of that and we'll talk about it. So real quick, I'll go through this list here to start off with. 2025 Panini Select English Premier Soccer Mega Box. We've got a couple of those, so that's included in there. Some Pokemon products are included in there, predominantly restocks. So Black Bolt Booster Bundle, White Flare Booster Bundle, Black Bolt Elite Trainer Box, White Flare Elite Trainer Box. We've got, so those are your Pokemon. We've got the 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball Mega Box, the UD Fleer Brilliance Superman. I'm not going to do it again. That's already a lot of boxes of
Mega box.
Mega.
Mega.
Yeah, that's right. And then 2025 Upper Deck Team Canada Juniors. So that is basically the products that came in. Some of that is restock. So again, pricing availability, reach out directly to the store. That is the best way. Now, let's get in real quick. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a reminder about the card shows since we're at the little past the midway point of the month. So now I think we've got one more episode before the card show next week. So let me share it with you. This one here as we're starting to approach to it. Here are the dates. So last Saturday of the month is the card show, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. August 30th is the next one, followed by September 27th, October 25th, and November 29th. And all the information is included in there. If you follow the Instagram right there, this post is right there on the Instagram. So I pulled it right off of that. It gives you the dates, times, it gives you the email address, and it also reminds you that it is going to be in Bedford Place Mall. So the information is all included in there. Remember it, that is the best way. And again, Fridays before that, so the day before all these card shows, is the trade night in the store. Real quick, guys, can you give me the times for the trade nights on those dates?
Sure. The trade night is Friday or 5 to 8 on the Friday before the Saturday shows.
Absolutely. And it is going to be, again, it's all in Bedford Place Mall. So if you can find the store, you can find the card show and you can find the trade night. So it's all in the same locale, and that is the best way to reach out and find that. So we want to make sure we include that information. All right. So what I'm going to do here is let me showcase this one real quick since we have been on quite the kick of the vintage. This isn't specifically the stuff that was shared about new in the shop. However, if you do follow the Facebook page, you do get stuff like this. Steve does post these. So Steve, you guys have been on a heavy kick of vintage. So I want to showcase this one because it is a little bit more interesting, a little more off the beaten path. So here, this is one of the images for a near complete set. So of 1951. Now I'm trying to remember, was it red backs or blue backs was the near complete set, and then there's one card for the other one.
Yeah, this is the redback set, and I
Mhm.
think it was missing card number 17. So the previous owner actually just had a blueback that he put in the set, but it's the wrong player as well. But so it's one short of a complete set with an
Mhm.
extra blue back card.
Yep. And this one's kind of notable if you want to have some fun with this. This is the first top set that they got into baseball to kind of rekindle. 52
Yep.
tops is obviously the most famous one. That was the one that really launched the tops into it and really made them competitive with Bowman. This set didn't really do that. However, it is a very interesting footnote because it's the one that kind of kicked things off and got it going. You got Yogi Berra in there, you got Early Win, you got a lot of the 50 stars included. This is more like a playing card kind of set design, and it was basically a game that you could play. You can see there, ball, strike. You got different things that you can
Yep.
do into double, stolen base. So again, it was designed as kind of this card game, and you had a 52 card sets because they were designed like a playing card deck, and that's basically what you did. But this is the precursor. This is what got the ball rolling for tops in baseball there. 1952 tops is the one that really launched them and put them on the map. And then by 1955, they won the war. And in 1956, they were the lone in baseball until 1981. So basically, they were able to hold that monopoly until 1981, where Donruss and Fleer joined in on there. But this one launched kind of the baseball side of tops.
And the nice thing about this, vintage set is it's extremely inexpensive compared to the counterpart sets, tops and Bowman. So it's a nice way to pick up a vintage set um, at a fraction of the cost. And I actually believe a few of the variations are included in this set as well. I don't know them off the top of my head, but one might have him, the guy on one team as opposed to the other. There's a few variations to these
Mhm.
cards, and some of those are included as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So AMG has definitely been on a run of picking up some interesting stuff. And again, if you follow the social medias, stuff like that will get posted on there. That is the best way to kind of take a look. And it is again kind of going in the same vein of what we've been talking about. A local vintage pickup. Like I said, it's been quite the interesting little
Yeah.
thing with a lot of interesting stuff popping in. Again, the Maritimes would be the first place I'd be looking for vintage baseball, but it's been a bit of a hotbed with a lot of stuff going on there. So kind of interesting how that worked out. Another thing also that I noticed on here that was included, and I'll quickly show it, was a bunch of different 70s singles. So Steve showcased again, same thing. And this is what I'm saying. If you follow the social medias, you'll get, we'll talk about stuff on this podcast. I want to feature it,
Mhm.
I want to show it, but I'm also directing you to some of the social medias because you'll get posts throughout the week. And this is how you can see stuff in real time. So if you're curious about something, you can reach out and ask. But this is one of the posts right here. And you got a bunch of 70s baseball and 70s hockey singles included. So you can see stacks of them there. Again, if you want to put together like a set on a bit of a budget, because some of these are not in super high condition, but you can pick them up relatively inexpensively, it's an opportunity to grab that. So you got these stacks, and then look, and more stacks and more stacks. Quite the organized thing. Blair, get sorted. What are we doing over there?
Yeah.
Steve had me on another project.
It's like we're all over the place here, man.
Yeah.
But the point is,
Yeah.
quite a stack of them. So if you want to be able to grab some singles, maybe so you're interested in grabbing something for kind of for fun. I think a lot of these, Steve, I would assume would be reasonably affordable and kind of accessible to a lot of folks.
Yeah, it was just like a discount box that we had just started accumulating, and then we just said let's package it together and put a really nice price on it and get on with our lives. So it's not for
Yep.
the high grade collector, but it could be for a dealer that wants to make a discount vintage box. Uh, the price on the cards was probably like 25 cents a card. So as you can see on the front on that picture, there's a lot of cards that are worth a lot more than 25 cents.
Yep.
And then there's also collectors that, again, everyone has different financial situations. A great way to accumulate, a massive amount of vintage singles at a really good price.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, like I said, follow the social medias and you can check out some of that stuff because stuff like that will pop up from time to time. So, if you're curious and you want to see something like that pop in, that is the best way because you'll see posts like that all over the place. I think I left a link in the description to that if you want to check out the Facebook, the Instagram, and all that has been scrolling across the bottom. So, those are different things that you can check out that are included. Okay, so let's go in here and I'm going to showcase a couple of cards that came in the shop. And then we'll finish off talking about the Team Canada Juniors set from Upper Deck. So let's start off with this here. And we do have a nice mix of stuff. So we've had a bit of a blend the last couple of weeks, but this time around, I think we're going to go all over the place. We're going to start off with some Pokemon here. We got a Gengar VMAX. So we've got a Mint 9 and a PSA 10. I just want to make sure and see if they're different. I think they're the same in 2 different grades, if I'm not mistaken.
They are. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so you got your Pokemon to start off with. It's kind of there, and then we're going to get into some hockey. Apparently, Steve, I don't know if you realize this, but apparently the demographic, we're going to do a lot of hockey. So we start off with the Pokemon, but now we got to get to talking about the hockey. Reluctantly, I know it's shocking, but it's what we have to do.
Yeah.
So we got here a Shesterkin. We've got a NHL Collections from the Cup. So you got a patch autograph on here, on-card autograph, numbered to 25. So clean design, nice patch on this one for the New York Rangers. So kind of a clean design on this one, included in, and Cup cards are always kind of a popular choice.
Yep.
Next up, we got John Beecher here. So this is the 1/1 rookie autograph here. Again, on-card auto. It's got the black foil on it, 1/1 piece on there. 1/1 from the Cup.
Yep.
2019 SP Authentic Noah Dobson autograph. So you've got your Future Watch auto, numbered to 999 in a PSA 10.
Popular player.
Yeah, it's surprising how he's got the Montreal Canadiens price tag on him now. He's definitely taking a significant jump in value.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Then we've got here, if you want a little baseball, we got a Shohei Ohtani downtown. By the way, also, I find it, the downtown thing is also kind of interesting. So we got the sun with the glasses. We literally have an angel in the outfield there playing in the background. I get the reference. And then literally we have the downtown sign. Like, you know, these are very specific stylistically. Some people into, if you're into it though, in a 9, I think that'll make it a little bit more affordable. But again, Shohei Ohtani is obviously extremely popular and he's still playing. I don't think he's leading the league in home runs right now, but he's right up there with it once again. So he's going to be an MVP contender again. Obviously, he's become a very popular player. He's got an international following to go along with it. So almost everything Ohtani right now is kind of gold, especially if you get some tougher stuff.
Yeah. And these are just super, well, Steve probably talked about these before, super popular card. I like the designs. I think it's a kind of a neat thing, very specific for the place they play. And yeah, really cool. I like those. I don't own
And we're
one,
going to
but
have
I
one
like
more downtown in a second as well. So you're going to get to see one here in a moment. So here we got Absolute Football Explosive Brock Bowers from the Raiders in the mid 9. So very explosive with a kind of a kaboom design, but the kaboom pattern in the background, if you pay attention to it. You do have the rookie logo on there as well. So you've got that. I'll just say it's interesting, but it's got a very kaboom design. Obviously, it says explosive, but it's got very a kaboom vibe, let's say. Let's call that. And one more downtown here. So we got a Lamar Jackson on this one. So 2024 Donruss downtown. Same kind of thing. You got kind of the design going into it. That Raven looks more confused, though. That Raven looks kind of freaked out in the background. That's what I'm kind of getting out of this one. Like
It looks like he might be on something.
yeah, I think
the
like
eyes are a little glossed over.
There was a choice there made. I'm just saying. I find that Blair, I got to be honest, that's what stood out to me. When I looked at this, I go, that Raven has seen some things. And right now he's in the process of seeing something's going on over there. I don't know what's happening, but something is happening over there.
I think they fed him a gummy.
I don't know. Something is definitely going on there. So you can see there are a nice mix of things this time around. So we got a little bit of football,
that's
a little
awesome
bit of baseball, a little bit of hockey, and
Yep.
then some Pokemon included in there right off the top. So a good mix of stuff this week.
Good
So
variety.
we've had a lot of vintage baseball the last couple of weeks because there's been a lot of it. So and it was worthwhile. Like last week, I was really impressed. Like the quality of the vintage cards last week was really good. And if more stuff comes in, we won't hesitate. We'll share it with you. But this week we had a nice mix of different things, including back to having a little bit of hockey in there as well.
Just a note on those 2 Pokemon cards quickly. Just for I don't know how many Pokemon followers follow us of our
all the Pokemon followers,
extensive
all the Pokemon
followers we have, but I can't remember if both sold. I know the Gengar 10 did sell in store, so that was good. I don't know if the 9's still there, but anyway.
I was wondering if you'd start talking a little bit more about this. Blair purchased those, so I think he just wanted to plug himself a little bit.
I think he was bragging. I think it's a humble brag right there.
No, that was just I know it's kind of a big card, and I think just to let people know that one of them did sell. I don't know if the other one is still there. I can't remember, but
fantastic job, Blair.
Mm-hmm. What I'm hearing right now, Steve, what I'm hearing right now is that Blair is saying he may have made the sale to
No, I didn't. I didn't. I wasn't.
Slid it from one side of the table to the other.
Yeah.
Just all that happened.
No,
Oh,
it
interesting.
actually it sold to a legit customer.
Well, Blair, under the right circumstances, you could be a legit customer. Just, what card slides to one side of the table, the money slides to the other side of the table. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Whatever it takes. Regardless, I think, though, the moral of the story is if you do see something in one of the showcases that we showcase here that is of interest to you, use the contact points we were talking about because you can inquire. Sometimes the cards we'll show have already moved and we just wanted to show it to you so you can see it. And other times it is available. So if you are interested, it doesn't hurt to ask because worst they can say is, hey, art already sold. Other times, like, yep, it's still available, and if you want to talk about it and get pricing or get an idea of what's be interested, otherwise you can come in the store. But if you reach out ahead of time, then you'll already know whether it's there or not and if it's available.
Did I mention Blair bought those 2 Pokemon cards? Great job, Blair.
Mm-hmm. The conspiracy deepens. It really does.
Thanks, guys.
We do. It's what happens when you come back.
He
We
was
do
so
what we can.
happy.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Right to
we're
the
gonna talk
team.
we're going to talk about Upper Deck Team Canada World Juniors Hockey. Again, if you're into Team Canada, this is a very specific set, kind of niche. But again, Upper Deck is always trying to find different angles to provide different things in there because there is a great contingent of fans for Team Canada. This one actually includes both the boys and girls under 18 teams. So I'll kind of give you the breakdown here. So you got a base set of 150 total cards, 3 different sections. So here is what the combination is. Members of the men's under 18, under 20, and women's under 18 teams are featured. So they've got different ones. All Team Canada. So the theme is Team Canada across the board. So that is what all the different inserts and everything's included in there. And they've got Pride of the Program high numbers. So that is kind of a throwback to some original sets they've done in the past. And then there are 50 Program of Excellent cards. So those are the short prints, 1 in 8 hobby packs. So again, Team Canada from top to bottom, all these different players are included as part of the Team Canada program with some of the regular ones. You do have parallels included here, so I'll quickly run through those. So for the first 100 cards, you got the red foil, which is 1 per pack, the rose gold foil, 1 and 2 blaster packs because they are available in blaster boxes. Pattern foil board, 1 in 10 packs. Outburst, 1 in 15. So if you're familiar with the Outburst, they're included here. Purple pattern foil board, 1 in 30 packs. Blue pattern foil board, 1 in 120 blaster packs. So if you do follow that, that's a tougher blaster pull. Clear cut, 1 in 36. Deluxe out of 250. Exclusives out of 100. Gold pattern foil board out of 35. Red outburst out of 25. High gloss out of 10. And gold outburst 1 of 1s. So you got a full complement of parallels if you want to try to collect a rainbow for somebody. That will be a challenge because as you can see, there's quite a number of them. So here's an example of a red outburst. Again, following with the whole Team Canada theme, I actually think this color match would look pretty interesting. I actually think some of those would look pretty good in hand, especially like you got the red jersey there with the red outburst. I think that's quite a good color match.
Yeah.
Okay, Program of Excellence here, more limited. So for the Program of Excellence, like the next section of the checklist there, so you have less parallels. So for that one, you've got the clear cut 1 in 60 packs, the exclusives out of 100, high gloss out of 10, black 1 of 1. So for the first 100 cards, you got all those parallels. And then for the Program of Excellence specifically, it's just the 4. So it's a little bit easier, but at the same time, it's short printed to begin with. So most of the hits, you go off of it. You've got autograph patch cards, number 150 to less. Standard player cards have jerseys, 1 in 6 packs, signatures, 1 in 60 packs, signature black, 1 of 1 versions. Prior to the program, you've got different odds that's included in there. Signatures are 1 in 480 packs and signature black. So here's an example of one where you can get like a patch auto on there. Number to 99 in this example for the mock-up. Program of Excellent autographs are 1 in 120 packs. So you've got different combinations in there. Here you've got additional inserts. This one basically looks like a driver's license.
Yeah.
Or a mug shot.
I was thinking, I know, I was thinking along that lines, not against the player, but that's almost like a mugshot.
Wow. You're just putting Team Canada there, just throwing them under the bus there, Blair. Not very patriotic of you, man. Not very patriotic. Wow. Just wow. It's literally called License to Ice, Blair. Wow. Just wow. And you already know that the pictures they take there aren't always the best. So I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is.
Yeah. Would have been cool if they put looks like there's room underneath the picture there for an autograph. That'd be kind of cool if it was a signed card.
That might be a good way of adding a parallel to it. That might work actually.
Yeah.
So one thing also I'll note here, just from what they say here, this License to Ice insert here that they're talking about, it is a plastic kind of acetate.
It
Which
is.
actually I think is a smart move. If you want to go with kind of the license theme on it, doing an acetate, kind of a plastic to that card instead of regular cardstock, actually is probably a smart call because that'll give you more of a license kind of feel to it.
Mhm.
These are 1 in 105 packs, so it is a little bit tougher. There is a red parallel as well, and there's a National Phenoms insert, 1 in 180 packs as well. Team Canada FX, 1 in 120 packs. Drive for Gold, 1 in 40 packs. So they've
Mhm.
got the foil there. So this is again a mock-up, so you'll have to see that one in hand to get more of a sense for it. Shine Bright, new set showcasing the best players from both men and women's squads. They're fairly tough at 1 in 90 packs, or 1 in 180 for the red parallels.
Mhm.
And then you've got Ascending Talon, 1 in 38. Built for Success, 1 in 25 packs, with red numbered to 125 and a purple out of 49. And then some of them have autograph versions, numbered to 10, and 1 of 1 black autographs. So again, you're going to have to really look at the checklist on this because there's a lot. You saw a lot of parallels,
It's
a
just
lot of different
heavy.
inserts, different combinations. So you got to. There's a lot going on. Plus, there is the hobby and the blaster versions. So you saw there's some blaster
Yeah.
exclusives as well. So you got to really pay attention to that. So the way it breaks down for hobby is this: you got 6 cards per pack in hobby, 15 packs per box. So you're getting 90 cards in that box. 12 boxes per case. The regular set size 150 cards, but as you saw, the next 50 cards beyond the first 150 are all short printed a little bit.
Mhm.
So you've got that on there. So what to expect in a hobby box? Autographs from memorabilia cards, 4 total in the box. Ascending Talent, Built for Excellence, or Program of Excellence, 3 total there. Drive for Gold, License to Ice, and the mug shots as per Blair. Canadian Patriot Blair.
Yeah.
National Phenom, Shine Bright, and Team Canada FX, 1 total there. Outburst Parallels, 1 per box. Pattern foil board or purple foil board cards, 4 total. Red foil parallels, 15 of them in a box. So you've got a number of
Mhm.
them. Checklist is included. We'll include a link in the description to this so you can check it out. Beckett does a pretty good job breaking it down like this so you can sort it. You can go to the autographs directly. You got the base, you got memorabilia, inserts, and then you can also go to full checklist and check it out. If you're interested in kind of following, this is kind of prospecting right here. These are all like pre NHL, pre PWHL, all of that. But again, if you're a big fan of Team Canada, it is literally a Team Canada theme set, right from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great idea, putting the women's hockey
Yeah.
cards in there as well. The WPHL is flying off the shelves everywhere, and unfortunately, I'm seeing some of the hobby boxes and that can get a little pricey.
Yeah.
So this is and it's still somewhat of a limited supply. So this will give women's hockey collectors another opportunity to pick up some quality cards and pre-rookie cards that are going to be a little bit more abundant. I'm assuming we'll get blasters at some point, and with the blasters usually those are $40 and less most times. So it will give you an opportunity to get some inexpensive as well. So yeah, that's a good move. Putting male and the female players together, it should help the product move.
Yeah, and it's a great product. I mean, if you look at the cards there, some of the examples, like they do a really nice job with the color matching and the color, the gold and the red and the black. Like they're really nice cards. Throwing in the autos, and it is a good way to get either from a Team Canada standout or a up and comer. It is a more affordable way to get autographs or numbered cards or patch cards of those guys. So they do a nice job. It is a bit of a niche following, but it's a nice product.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think kind of going off of what Blair's saying at the same time is that I think Upper Deck has figured out a while ago is that as the box prices have gone up on a lot of the NHL products or even PWHL,
Mm.
I think just having an alternative. That's why the CHL products exist
Mhm.
basically. It's more niche, but at the same time, that makes it a little bit more affordable for some folks who may not be able to always afford the newest NHL product. And we
Yeah.
get them pretty consistently. There's a lot of them. So every time a new product comes out, over the years, SP Authentic has gone up in price. The cup is not a cheap product. So there's a lot of these other ones. Even Flagship over the years has steadily crept up. Right now, it's still reasonable, all things considered, because they changed the configuration a little bit. But a lot of the other products have gone up. Metal Universe is a higher product than it was. OPC Platinum, if you go back some
Oh,
years and go take a look at what the box price was versus what it is in the most recent versions of it, it is getting a little bit more expensive to kind of be a box collector. So having something like this that's more focused gives you a chance to maybe have a box that is a little more reasonably priced because it is a more
Mhm.
niche market. You can't make this $500 a box and expect somebody to buy it, but if you make it more reasonable, then at least it creates that possibility.
Yeah, and it shouldn't always be about price, but unfortunately,
No.
9 out of 10 times it is. But yeah, this is a great opportunity, like I said, with the mix of players in there, for everyone to get something. And just yesterday, we sold a PWHA or PWHL box to a young girl, and she was so excited to get that
Yeah.
box. They had been looking for it, and she was thrilled when she came in there. She even had I forget what team it was, but she had a jersey on, and she was all smiles. So that
Cool.
that's what this hobby's about sometimes, and often people forget about that.
Yeah.
I think that makes
Yeah.
sense. So I think that works. I think for this episode, I think we've covered a lot of ground on that one. I'll come back with some stuff now that we got Blair back from his gallivanting. I think we're going to put him to work, Steve.
I think he's gone again. Are you gone next week too?
Oh, come on, Blair.
Yeah, it never ends.
One more.
Blair.
I just got one more.
One
more week.
Steve, before we sign off, hang on. He goes gallivanting for weeks. Lord knows doing what. We don't even have any idea. And he already besmirched the good name of Team Canada talking about mugshots.
Like he's already the licensed one though.
Steve, we're not. The man comes in, he besmirches the good name, and then he has the audacity, Steve, to then go and run off. When we're trying to work to 450 subscribers, Blair, we're here trying to work. Steve and I here are grinding every single week, trying to get us forward, and we're getting close to episode 100. So what are you doing? What are you off gallivanting doing again? What's going on?
He doesn't know.
You don't even have a good excuse, Blair. Like he makes something up at this point.
I'm off to the wonderful island of PEI for a week with my family.
Wow. Just wow.
I may go live. I just may go live from PEI.
Steve, maybe the least that Blair can do. We might need him in an island. He should be fishing. He should be doing something. I don't know. We need something.
He swears this is it. So wow. It will be winter soon. So yeah, I almost believe him this time.
Well, on that bombshell,
you may be stuck with me until 2026 after this one.
Oh, and Carlos, one other thing we touched on before we went online. We started weekly auctions again on eBay, just on a smaller scale. Blake, will be listing 10 to 15 items a week just to kind of get traffic flowing to our eBay store. So check those out. They probably won't be massive cards or anything, just little cards to get the get some traffic heading there. And also too, we had there's been I don't know if it's because the World Cup's around the corner, but several customers have been asking for a soccer discount box. So we were able to put something together. So we now do have a 3,200 count box of soccer cards for those that have requested it. So it was nice we were able to make that available as well. So if you want something, ask. Like I said, in life, you don't know unless you ask. Always reach out to us if there's anything you're looking for, whether it's supplies, like Blair's our supply guy when he's in town. If there's a particular item you would like that might be a little bit obscure, if possible, we can add that to a supply order. So don't hesitate to reach out to Blair on that when he's in town.
When I'm here. Something else too, like there's been a lot going on, but the attic back there is busting at the seams now, Steve, and I think there's another batch coming, but when I got back, Steve had there was probably like 8 boxes and boxes stuffed with stuff. So I'm gonna do a couple of little videos on I might even do another attic one, but it's busting back there. Got it almost all out, and then there's a few specialty items in shop I'm gonna do either some pictures or they're kind of neat. I won't say anymore. It'll be a bit of a surprise when I post them up. But yeah, there's just a lot of different stuff going on, and also was able to pick up a little autographed comic lot specific to Ninja Turtles, if there's any Ninja Turtle fans out there. But I got to go through those and price them out and get them ready. But they'll be in the showcase. I might do another little hit there. So not just hockey. We do a lot of everything. So there'll be some neat things being posted up.
Look at that, Steve. But Blair trying to convince us that he's burning the midnight oil before he
When
flees and runs again.
And he's in town.
When I'm here, I'm a busy bugger.
Yeah.
It is a theory you can go by. So in kind of in line with what the guys were saying there as we wind down, is that if you do have questions of it, reach out directly to the store. That is one of the best ways. And again, you can certainly give suggestions. Again, feel free to put something in the comments section. We do read the comments. Can carefully process them and consider them very carefully. And then oftentimes we will share them on subsequent episodes. But if it is more time sensitive, then reaching out directly to the store is the best way, because that is the way to get the quicker response. If it is less time sensitive, then yes, the comment section is certainly available for you. You can certainly take advantage of it there. And then also feel free to like, again, while Blair's gone, on my YouTube channel, I have Eric pay for the like button. I gotta be honest, Steve, I think Blair owes us. I think the like button is now sponsored by Blair this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think you hit the like button, Blair is going to have to pay. It's coming out of his paycheck. So hit the like button so Blair pays. And then in addition to that, I want to get the subscriptions up. We're getting closer. But we got to get to 500, Blair. I want to get to 500 because then I can start pitching something fun for 500. The only way we can do that, though, is we got to get to 450. Got to get to 450 before we can talk about 500.
I think that 80s music thing will push us over the top if we get close.
I got big plans. Big plans. Now that I know this is in play, Steve, I'm thinking the wheels are turning. I got thoughts and ideas. More on that in future episodes. So for Steve, the collector, the scalps collector, the people, and Blair, who won't be here next week, he's sponsoring the like button this week. So hit the like button.
Maybe I'll make an appearance from PEI.
No, you won't.
Could I?
Sure, but you won't.
AMG episode number 93. AMG episode number 93 in the books. We'll catch you in the next one.